What's going on, Cyclone Fanatics? Chris Williams here today. Yeah, I'm working at a Stoss Bar and Grill in Ames. Pretty nice out. I actually just got to walk around campus for a little bit. You gentlemen know what I'm talking about. You like springtime. I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm getting married in May. Hey, again, hanging out at a Stoss here today. I'm actually moving to Ames in May. Looking forward to it because where I'm going to live, it's ridiculous. You actually can't have a satellite dish, which during baseball season is a serious problem. Atlanta Braves fan here. Yeah, take that, Cub fan watching this video. Yesterday was sick. Jason Hayward, Hall of Fame, here we come. Back to the point though, I'm going to be hanging out here all summer long because I can't get the MLB package at home. So I'm going to watch the Braves here at Stoss. Hopefully you'll join me if we have some Tomahawk Chop fans out there. They got a ton of Cubs games on as well. I know it's a big hangout. And come support Stoss because they're the exclusive campus town bar of CycloneFanatic.com. Alright, I want to touch on today. Yesterday I wrote that column with the way too early Big 12 preseason rankings. Again, I refuse, or I'm going to probably change it between now and then, so I had the right to do that. But we had some really interesting conversation on the website last night, and really the team that I think that is intriguing the majority of people right now is Nebraska, because you have certain, I think it's irresponsible journalism to put Nebraska in the top 5. Are you kidding me? With Zach Lee or Cody Green as your quarterback, you're going to tell me that's a top 5 football team? That's an absolute joke. You lose Ngamakan Suh, however you pronounce his first name, and you're telling me your defense is going to be better? Now, I understand that the defensive end play is going to improve. You have a solid secondary, Husker fan, but I just don't buy it. He's one of the most dynamic college football players we've seen in the last 10 years, okay? You don't just replace guys like that. It's like Iowa State's women's basketball team. You don't just replace an Allison Lacey, and you don't just replace Mr. Suh. You don't just get better after that. So I put Nebraska at number 3. I think they're the odds-on favorite to win the North. I will not take that away from them. But you cannot convince me that they're going to be better than Oklahoma or Texas. According to those two teams, just throw up a coin, toss a coin, because there's question marks all over the place. I think you're going to have a more even Big 12 coming up next season. But another team that drew a lot of conversation was Kansas. I liked Al Forstate's comment when he said, you know, I could see that team be dead last back there with Colorado in the Big 12, and I actually buy that. I think Kansas, there are a lot more question marks around this Kansas team than most people are pointing out. I had them 8th, but after reading some of your comments, I gotta be honest with you, Fanatics, you convinced me to move them back, and I will when we get closer to the season. I see what Turner Gill is doing at Nebraska. I compare a lot of it to what Gene Chizik did when he got here at Iowa State, really trying to change the culture, and I'm just not sure if Turner Gill's going to have the type of player that he needs. They lost a lot, did Kansas, so I'm probably going to move them back a little bit, but they do have a schedule that is very favorable for the Jayhawks. You got to keep that in mind, and we'll talk about that more as the summer rolls along. Other notes that I want to pick apart. One guy, I'm not sure, I'm sorry, I forgot who it was, but they called me a homer, which is fine. I mean, I run CycloneFanatic.com, for God's sake. Of course I'm going to be a homer. That's me. But I don't think putting Iowa State at 7, as far as talent goes, is out there. I mean, you have a second-year coach now. The offense is going to be a ton better. I mean, you can't convince me that this offense isn't going to put up a lot more points. Defensively, Iowa State's going to struggle. We all know that. But I think when you offset it with more points, I think you might have a few more big plays on the defensive side of the football. I don't think that's crazy putting them there. I really don't. I mean, I think 6-6 is a legitimate possibility for Iowa State. But the schedule's a bear. I mean, we saw one, I don't know what article it was, but somebody put it there, the toughest non-conference schedule in the Big 12. I think Oklahoma's comparable to that. Colorado's got a tough one. But it's not going to be a picnic for Iowa State to get to 6-6. But hey, I had them going 4-8 last year, so maybe if I say they'll go 6-6 now, they can win 8 games or something like that. Who knows? Just wanted to get to those few notes from that column that I wrote yesterday. Thanks for all the great feedback on that as well. That was awesome. Get here to Stoss Bar and Grill today in Ames. Come check it out. Watch the MLB package. The Major League Baseball season just started yesterday. I'm going to be here watching the Braves all summer long. As I'm moving back to Ames, I'm actually really looking forward to that. It's great to be back on campus today. It's a beautiful day. Sounds like we could have some big boomers in the area tonight. Thanks a lot, Fanatics. Thanks to Stoss Bar and Grill for helping making CycloneFanatic.com what it is today. Chris Williams, and we'll see you around later. Hey, check out the site later on tonight as we're going to have some spring football coverage.